Hey everyone, it's me, Kristen. So I've been trying to make this video and I just can't get through it for some reason. Anyway, so I was at my therapist the other day and he was telling me about this conference he went to where the guy in charge of the conference made everyone write down on a name tag and put it on themselves. Well, first they didn't know they were going to put it on themselves, but anyway, they had to write it down. Something that was shameful about them, that they thought about themselves, that people don't really know about them, people wouldn't really guess about them, something like that. Then they had to put it on a name tag and put it on themselves and walk around, and everybody looked at everybody's things like, I'm broken, I'm a fraud, I'm, a loser, and these are like therapists and everything, so that was kind of interesting. Then my therapist asked me, well, what would you put on it? And I said, oh, I think I would, like, now if I did it I might do something different, but I said, I think I would put that I'm profoundly sad sometimes. And he said depressed, and I said, yeah, I guess so. But his point was that these labels, they're just labels that we put on ourselves that aren't really us, but they might or they might not be true, and they're just not, they don't define us completely. But the thing that was interesting to me was that I was so, I feel this shame about being depressed, or admitting that I have depression, or admitting that I have this sadness about me that is hard to deal with sometimes. I don't like to talk to people about it. I don't like to say, yeah, I have depression. I don't even like to say that. I'll just say, yeah, I have schizophrenia, and maybe there's some depressive symptoms in there too, but I don't like to dwell on it. I don't like to feed it, really, because I feel like if I acknowledge it, it'll grow bigger, and but it still does anyway. Sometimes it's not something that I can really get a handle on or get rid of in some ways. So maybe this new therapy will help me sort of understand that better. Because it's a therapy that kind of helps you to sort of just acknowledge the things that you feel without necessarily pushing them away. Because I've tried for years to not to, to push away sad feelings and not acknowledge them or something. I don't know. There's something about it that is, to me, I don't like to tell people about it. I'm fine, yeah. No, I'm kidding. But I don't want to be a sad person all the time. I don't think anybody does. And I think it's part of the hard part of dealing with it, because so many of us who have depression, we don't want to be a depressed person. We don't want to be the person in the room who's always a mopey head, whatever. That's just, because it's not who we are really inside. But then it is sometimes. So, if I'm having a day where things are not going right, I feel depressed or just irritable. I just don't even like to talk to people. Like today, kind of. So I'm making this video for people to see. Well, I don't know what my problem is. I guess it's easier to talk to a camera than it is to talk to actual people. I don't know. Nobody really watches vlogs anymore anyway. So, because I'm all about breaking the stigma of mental illness. I believe in people talking about it, and not being ashamed of it, because it's nothing to be ashamed of. And yet, I still have this feeling of shame about it for some reason. Like, because there's all those messages in my head from society.
It's 3:30.
Oh, that's my computer talking, sorry. There's all those messages that tells us, oh, you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You need to do this, this, and this, and then you'll be perfect and happy and everything will be great. And if for some reason you're not, or you don't feel like that, then it's something wrong with you. Like you're a freak or something, you know, or like we all feel like, well, what am I doing wrong? You know, that I'm not content or something. But I think that, you know, discontent is a part of life too. That we just don't acknowledge that. And we don't know how to talk about it because it is difficult to talk about. And some people, I don't know if they're ever discontent, but you know, I think a lot of people are. Some more than others, but anyway, what do you guys think? Do you ever feel like you're ashamed of having depressive thoughts, or feeling depressed, or having mental illness of some kind? Or mostly I'm thinking about depression right now, but for some reason it's easier to, in some ways, say, oh, I have schizophrenia, because no one knows what the hell that means anymore, you know. But like depression, people have these other ideas. I mean, schizophrenia, people think I'm gonna be like a serial killer or something. I don't know, but depression is like, oh, you just need the right diet and exercise program and vitamins and then you'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I've pretty much, I mean, I've had this kind of sadness since I was a kid, I'm pretty sure. A teenager, at least. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I view the world. I'm not really sure. But on the other hand, I'm also optimistic sometimes. And I have a positive outlook sometimes. It really depends. But I feel like there's just this thing inside me that's like just a sadness, you know? And I don't even know if I want to call it depression, because I don't even know if it really is or what. So anyway, this has been a little bit difficult for me to talk about, and I just wanted to make this video, say hey people, as if anyone's watching out there, and let me know what you think in the comments or a video response. I don't think people make those anymore. People really don't make vlogs much anymore either. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks for listening.